Hello and welcome to this lesson on solving simultaneous quadratic equations. By the time you finish this video, you will be able to, first, recognize the structure of simple quadratic expressions in the form x squared plus bx plus c. Second, understand how factoring works by identifying two numbers that multiply to c and add to b, using methods such as inspection, grouping, or the grid method. Third, apply the most suitable factoring method to write quadratic expressions as the product of two brackets, and check the result by expanding. Let's get started. Now let's look at the structure of a quadratic expression. A quadratic expression is usually written in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. Here, a is the quadratic coefficient. It is the number in front of x squared. Next, b is the linear coefficient. It is the number in front of x. Finally, c is the constant term, which is the number without a variable. In more complex quadratics, the coefficient in front of x squared is not equal to 1. Understanding this structure helps us identify the parts of the quadratic before we begin factoring or solving it. Here we want to understand what the word simultaneous means. Simultaneous equations are two equations that are true at the same time. In this example, we are given two equations, y equals x squared minus 4x plus 1 and y equals 2x plus 3. Both expressions are equal to y, so they must also be equal to each other. So we write x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals 2x plus 3. Next, rearrange the equation by moving all terms to one side. This gives x squared minus 6x minus 2 equals 0. This is the quadratic equation that we solve to find the value of x. To solve the quadratic equation, we can use the quadratic formula. A quadratic equation is written in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. The quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This formula helps us find the value of x when the equation cannot be easily factored. There are a few important things to remember. First, the plus or minus sign gives two possible answers, so we must calculate both solutions. Second, the value of a must not be equal to 0, because if a equals 0, the equation is no longer quadratic. Third, if a term is missing, its coefficient is 0. For example, in x squared plus 5 equals 0, the b value is 0. Finally, always include the correct signs, positive or negative, when substituting values into the formula. Now, let's dive into some exam-style practice questions. You can pause the video and try yourself. Question 1. Solve the equations x squared plus y squared equals 50 and x minus 3y equals 4. This question is worth 4 marks. Start with the second equation, x minus 3y equals 4. Rearrange to make x the subject, x equals 3y plus 4. Next, substitute this expression for x into the first equation, x squared plus y squared equals 50. So we write 3y plus 4 squared plus y squared equals 50. This earns 1 mark. Expand the bracket. 9y squared plus 24y plus 16 plus y squared equals 50. Combine like terms. 10y squared plus 24y plus 16 equals 50. Move 50 to the left side. 10y squared plus 24y minus 34 equals 0. Divide the equation by 2 to simplify. 5y squared plus 12y minus 17 equals 0. This earns 1 mark. Now we continue. The quadratic equation we obtained is 5y squared plus 12y minus 17 equals 0. Use the quadratic formula to solve for y. First, identify the coefficients. A equals 5, b equals 12, c equals negative 17. Substitute these values into the quadratic formula. Y equals negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 12 squared minus 4 times 5 times negative 17 all over 2 times 5. Simplify the values inside the square root. Y equals negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 144 plus 340 all over 10. This gives y equals negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 484 over 10. So from the quadratic formula we have y equals negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 484 over 10. This gives two possible solutions. First solution, y equals negative 12 plus the square root of 484 over 10. The square root of 484 is approximately 22, so we get y equals negative 12 plus 22 over 10. This gives y equals 1. This earns 1 mark. Second solution, y equals negative 12 minus the square root of 484 over 10. Substitute the value. Y equals negative 12 minus 22 over 10. This gives y equals negative 3.4. This earns 1 mark. So the final answers are y1 equals 1 and y2 equals negative 3.4. Question 2. A small cafe is testing 2 pricing models for selling smoothies. The first model predicts the number of smoothies sold using the formula y equals x plus 3. The second model predicts sales using y equals x squared minus 5x plus 9. Find the number of days when both models predict the same number of smoothies sold. Let's take this slowly and really understand what is happening in this problem. We are given 2 different models. You can think of these like 2 different predictions for how many smoothies the cafe will sell over time. Y equals x plus 3. This means the number of smoothies increases steadily as the days increase. The second model is a curve. Y equals x squared minus 5x plus 9. This model changes in a nonlinear way, meaning the sales might increase or decrease at different rates. Now, the key idea in this question is this. We are asked to find when both models predict the same number of smoothies. That means both values of y must be equal at the same time. So instead of thinking about 2 separate equations, we bring them together. We write x plus 3 equals x squared minus 5x plus 9. This is the moment where both models agree. This earns 1 mark. Now, we need to rearrange this into a quadratic equation. We start by subtracting x and subtracting 3 from both sides. So we write x squared minus 5x plus 9 minus x minus 3. Now we simplify by combining like terms. Negative 5x minus x becomes negative 6x. 9 minus 3 becomes 6. So we get x squared minus 6x plus 6, and we write it equal to 0. X squared minus 6x plus 6 equals 0. This is now a proper quadratic equation. This earns 1 mark. Now we identify the coefficients, which we will use in the quadratic formula. A equals 1, B equals negative 6, C equals 6. These values come directly from the standard form. X squared minus 6x plus 6 equals 0. Now we apply the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Substitute the values carefully. X equals negative 6 plus or minus the square root of negative 6 squared minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 6 all over 2 multiplied by 1. Now simplify step by step. Negative 6 becomes positive 6. So we have x equals 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 24 all over 2. Now simplify inside the square root. 36 minus 24 equals 12. So we get x equals 6 plus or minus the square root of 12 over 2. Now pause here and observe. We now have 2 possible solutions because of the plus or minus sign. This is very important in quadratic equations. Now we continue from this expression. X equals 6 plus or minus the square root of 12 over 2. We now split this into 2 solutions. First, we take the positive case, x sub 1 equals 6 plus the square root of 12 over 2. Now continue simplifying. X sub 1 equals 6 plus 3.46 over 2. We get x sub 1 equals 4.73. This earns 1 mark. Now we take the negative case. X sub 2 equals 6 minus the square root of 12 over 2. Continue simplifying. X sub 2 equals 6 minus 3.46 over 2. We get x sub 2 equals 1.27. This earns 1 mark. Final answers, x sub 1 equals 4.73, x sub 2 equals 1.27.